We are live. Hi, everyone. Show me and everybody watching. We are so excited. My name is Nikki Westerfield, and this is Show Me, or I'm sorry, um, Pink Power Live.
And I am Kara Flippin. I'm a Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. We are so excited about our guest tonight. It's Lisa Payne.
And this is Show Me, or I'm sorry,
She is a new.
Pink Power Live.
Do you guys hear the echo?
I am Kara
Yes.
Flippin, I'm a Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. We are so excited about our guest tonight. It's Lisa Payne. And this is Show Me, I'm sorry, Okay, I think what happened, Lisa, did you click that link? Sorry, everybody. Did you click the link, Lisa?
We're so excited about our
Like, are you watching it yourself? Somebody's watching it.
That would be me. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine. Don't worry. It sounded really crazy for a second. I could hear everything, like, echoing. Okay, I think we're good now.
We're good now. Sorry, guys.
Okay, go ahead, Kara.
This is how you know we're all real people that are just anybody who do it.
Right.
But, Lisa is a brand new senior gold. She just rank advanced last month, and she has had an exploding business. She's at the top of the PV chart all the time. She's made most new preferred customer lists more times than I know, and she like wins contest after contest. So we're so excited to have her on. And if you don't care to just share a little bit of your story with us, that would be awesome.
Well, thanks for having me, ladies. I feel very honored and special. So I joined Plexus in March of 2014. I had never heard of Plexus, and nobody ever invited me to Plexus or shared Plexus with me. I was having a really bad day, and my husband said, well, sweetheart, go out and buy yourself something nice. And I did. I came home with this cute little Mercedes convertible. And then a few weeks later, I started having a little bit of buyer's remorse. And so I thought, man, I got to do something. And I had dabbled in network marketing before. So I went out and searched out some companies, and I looked at all of them. There were so many, and I stumbled upon Plexus, and I studied the comp plan, and I liked the products. I liked that it had the company had a 60-day money-back guarantee, and so I thought, okay, I'll join. So I went online and said, who do you know? I don't know anybody. So I went on Craigslist, and the first person I found, I signed up underneath them, and I called her and said, hey, I just joined your team. And it happened to be Michelle Exley, and we just, we're running partners from there, and it just took off.
Well, we're really excited that Michelle Exley is who you found on Craigslist, and you're a part of our team. You've been a huge, huge blessing.
Right. I didn't know that. What a small world. That's so cool.
And she's in Missouri, which I guess you probably looked in Missouri on Craigslist, but we're really not that far apart for you just to kind of, stumble across somebody.
That's so cool.
So I mentioned earlier that, you are, you have a high PV every single month. So do you care to share a couple of your secrets on how you have such a high PV over and over again?
Yeah. At first, I kind of struggled because since I had done network marketing in the past, my friends and family are like, oh my God, what's she doing now? So it was kind of hard. So I had to work outside of my circle. So I had to make lots of new friends. And, I do a lot of my business on Facebook. I do mostly all of my business on Facebook because I'm not able to leave the house and, go to talk to people and whatnot. So, I just network on Facebook. I had a pretty good group of friends on Facebook to begin with, but I just keep expanding, who knows who, and, kind of, look outside my circle. In my PV every month, I follow up with people constantly. They say it takes like 12 times for somebody to purchase your product. And so I follow up with people, after our first contact, I follow up with them after 48 hours. And what I do is I put it on my phone, follow up with them. Or I look through my Facebook messages, and like today I'll look and see who I talked to on Saturday. And I'll just send them a little message, hey, I was just checking back to see if you had any questions or if you had talked to your husband or whatever they said that they needed to do. So that's great because I can always just look back through, messages and see what we had talked about and whatnot. I follow up with my preferred customers because I want to keep them preferred customers, keep that residual income keep coming in. So I try to make them happy, answer all their questions, check back with them, say, hey, how are you loving Plexus? Do you want to continue to be a customer, or would you like to upgrade your account as a wholesale membership? So that's some of the things I do.
I love that Messenger has everything stored in there for you and makes following up so easy. But I think we all forget that how important it is to follow up and not to be afraid to follow up maybe more than once or twice, because I know many of us, especially new ambassadors, I feel like once they say no that first time, they kind of think that the door is closed. And obviously you've just proven that's not the case, because you have thousands and thousands of dollars in sales every single month. And if following up is your secret, maybe some people will take a hold of that.
And one of the first things I heard when I joined, you got to think of it like the waitress that comes to your table and says, would you like a refill? And somebody says no, and she doesn't run away crying. She'll come back and ask you again, Mm-hmm. You don't take it personally. Nothing anybody says has anything to do with you.
I love that.
It means not right now.
Right. That's a really good way to put it. I like that a lot. I may use that later. Okay, I have a question for you. What are some daily things that you do, income producing activity wise, that you really think helps build your business? I know you kind of just mentioned a few of them, but what do you think is like most important?
The most important is relationship building, because this is a relationship business. So I try to make new friends every day. But first off, every morning I look and see whose birthday it is, and I wish them happy birthday. I post a cute little picture on their wall, and then I send them a personal message also. Just, get that personal thing going. So that's something I try not to skip any day, is wishing everybody happy birthday. And, sometimes it's 10 or 12 people that have a birthday each day. So I do that. Then I follow up through my messages. I post in my group, in my closed Facebook group, Lisa's Skinny Specials, I call it. I post in there once per day. And then I post on my personal Facebook page once per day, something about Plexus. And then, I try to do like an engaging post also. Something that calls to action, where they like it or comment. A popular one I just did was real tree or fake tree. And I didn't even have to explain to it. And then people just put their own 2 cents in. People will comment on stuff that's really not that important.
Right.
We like to give our 2 cents. We have important stuff to say.
Yes, something like, oh, we're going to have date night. Where's a good restaurant in town? Everybody will tell you where they like to eat.
Right. And you know what I learned too, that the more that you like, the people that get on your Facebook and they're like looking at, like liking your stuff and commenting on your stuff shows up in their newsfeed more, because Facebook kind of sees it as you have a connection because you talk a lot. So like if those same people are commenting, that probably really benefits you a lot, because those people are probably seeing your stuff in their newsfeed a lot more too.
Mm-hmm. That is true. It's called edge rank. You want to get edge rank. Facebook decides what's popular. It's kind of like a popular contest. So the more likes and comments you have, the more it's going to show up in other people's news feeds. Mm-hmm. So, and like you said, like if I send somebody a message, I might show up in their news feed more often.
Yes. So cool.
What kind of, like you said, you post Plexus posts every day. Like, do you keep it more personal, or do you share more testimonies, or a little bit about our business? Like, do you have something different you do every single day?
I try to do something different every day. There is a really good talk from Jen Hawkins in our new back office. If you go to communications and go to multimedia library, there's an awesome talk, and she talks about how to use Facebook for your business and what to post about, you know. If you're posting about Facebook constantly and not putting anything personal, people are going to unfollow you. And that's what happened to me my first year in Plexus. We used to have that auto poster thing that would post on our Facebook twice a day from Plexus.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I lost a lot of followers from that. So I kind of learned, you know, you can't post too much, and you got to post some engaging posts, you know, and post a little bit about your family too. You know, they like pictures. People love pictures. They want to make sure you're real.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. I never changed my Facebook picture, my profile picture. You know, that's kind of like my signature trademark stamp is my Facebook picture. So I use that on every single social network, the same picture, and I never change it.
I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, and it's funny because people will meet me and they won't know who I am because I don't look identical to my Facebook picture.
Right.
That's why we always joke at events. We need our profile picture on our name tag so people will know who we are. It's so true about like the family pictures and stuff like that. I know if I post a picture of like one of my girls or something like that, I'll get like 1 million likes on it. I feel like sometimes just because they like seeing, you know, cute little baby faces more than mine.
Oh, yeah. I actually have quite a few people that probably would rather not follow me because of Plexus, and they told me that I'm like, well, you don't have to follow me, and they say, well, but then I won't see a picture of your kids, and I'm like, well, sorry, guess you have to put up with my Plexus for a while then, right? And some of them have actually signed up, so it like actually worked out.
And ambassadors, when they first join, they're really scared about making their Facebook profile public. But, I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to make it public, you know, because if my husband likes one of my posts, but I'm not friends with his friend, then his friend's not going to see my post about Plexus.
Right.
You know? So you have to make it public, and generally people are good, you know. And if you're going to use your Facebook for business, you have to, you know, treat it like a business. You can't be putting a lot of negative things out there. You can't be sharing negative things. You can't be commenting and liking negative things. You have to be very careful what you do.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
This kind of talk just kind of goes into the next question that I had for you, because you're sharing some of your tips now, but do you have any other like social media tips for your business? I know that you've always been really great at incorporating social media for Plexus, so do you have any like tips and shortcuts that you want to share with us?
I like to make a closed group, and I like to post in there every day. And when I get a new ambassador, I like to help them set up a closed group. And it's the way you set it up, it's kind of tricky because you don't want to set it up and then add all your friends to it and then start changing things and posting a lot, because people are going to get a notification every time you post in that group, and you don't want to burn them out at first. So you want to set up your closed group and add your Plexus sponsor. Then you want to make like 2 or 3 posts. You want to set it to closed. You want to set it where you have to approve all members, and you have to approve all posts, because you don't want people posting about their sunglasses in your group. And you got to get it all set up. So then you can start adding every single person you know. Once a week, like on Mondays, I'll go through, and you can look on Facebook, and you can see who you became friends with in the past week. And then I go and I add all those people, you know, and you got to do it. You got to have your computer and your phone and look in who you added and then add them in there, you know. So, you know, once a week I add all my new friends to my group. And these are, you know, people I meet in different chat groups and stuff like that. You know, friends I meet at the gym, parents I meet at school, soccer parents, you know. I always say, oh, are you on Facebook? I find them on Facebook. Something I learned from NIkki, you look down there at the column, it says people you may know. Look through there. You may know. You may know your neighbor, you know.
Right.
If you live in a neighborhood and you don't have a neighborhood Facebook page, definitely start a neighborhood Facebook page because that is a good way to get to know all your neighbors.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, everybody can gripe about whose dog's pooping in whose yard, and you can throw a little business in there every once in a while. Other things I do, I really believe in the Facebook group because if somebody doesn't see your news feed, they're going to get a notification that you posted in that group. So you're kind of like getting them from both angles there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then in that group, I'll run contests, you know. Sometimes I just did one recently. I think I got 500 new members to my group. If you add the first 4 people to add 25 people gets a free trial or a free sample. I'll just throw a couple sticks of Slim in an envelope and mail it to them.
Cool, that's a good idea.
Expand it, because then you're reaching their network too.
Yeah.
Right. And then they feel like they're like involved in it because they could win something. That's so cool. That's a good idea. I actually have 23-day trial packs in my house sitting right here, so I might do that.
You know, another good thing about trial packs is porch pickup. You know how those moms always do that porch pickup with their baby clothes? I'll throw it, you know, on the neighborhood page or on the city page, you know, porch pickup, you know, 2 for $20. And they'll just put a $20 bill underneath my rug, and I'll leave 2 trial packs out on the front porch.
Yeah. Love it.
I guess this is what I get for not living in an actual neighborhood, so I don't know any of these tricks that you could do.
You need to move to the big city, Kim.
Yeah.
I just have to say something real quick about how you were talking about posting publicly. I don't know if everybody knows this, so I guess I'll share because I know there's a lot of ambassadors who've all been adding to our teams. When you post, like how you can click, like say you're posting something of your kids and you want to be more private about that, you can always hit friends only for that post. And then all of your Plexus posts, you can make them public by just clicking public, like whenever you post. So I just wanted to I was thinking about that when you were talking about that, so I just thought I'd kind of put that out there. But I have another question. I feel like we all have strengths and weaknesses. And most of the time we all know what those weaknesses are to help us. If we knew and could actually put them out in words, we would grow faster and be better. What do you think is your biggest strength? And what do you think is your biggest weakness in the business?
You know, I think my strength right now is selling because I really have been working on that. You know, the words, those words you say to people, and it really works. The speaker that we had at Super Saturday last year, and the same guy, Big Al, you know, those magic words. So I kind of studied those, and the one thing that's really working for me right now is, like if somebody says, how much does it cost? I'll say, you know, it's $99.95, and then I'll say, you can purchase from my website or you can purchase over the phone, which would be easier for you. So I just kind of let them know they're going to buy it, but which way would be easier for them to buy it? And you know, almost probably 60% of my sales are over the telephone. So I'll tell them, just send me your email address, your shipping address, and your phone number. And they'll send that to me, and then I call them, and then I get their credit card information, and boom, they're a customer.
Wow, nice. So you type in their credit card information and everything for them, and you sign them up.
Yeah, and then I send them their username and their password. So then I have a record of it in the message also. So then if they want to cancel, I already have their username and password, and I can do it for them.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah. I think that has really brought my PV up this past year because a lot of people, they can't figure it out, and it's just easier for me to call them, you know.
It's more personable too. I think when you're like talking to somebody on the phone, it's almost always a yes when I can get somebody on the phone.
Yes, it is. It is. And then they, you know, they feel more confident. I can explain the products to them a little more and how they can help them because, you know, sometimes it sucks typing all that out.
Yeah.
So that's my strength right now is selling. My weakness, I think, is team building. I just assume that everybody knows what they're doing when they first get started, that everybody knows post on Facebook. You know, everybody knows, tell everybody you sell plexus. But not everybody knows that. And I try to think back to my previous network marketing experience. I posted on Facebook once, nobody bought it. Oh my God, this is never going to work.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be consistent and persistent.
Right. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I think that, you know, I think that us as leaders, we kind of take that responsibility, but I also think that if they want it bad enough and they want it to work, that they're going to go out and find the information to be successful and try. You know what I mean? I think that a lot of people sign up and they don't really do the work. And it does take work. Not a lot. We can make our own hours and our job's awesome. So, yeah, I see what you're saying though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know, I went out and I did the work. I looked at and watched so many YouTube videos and went out and searched what other people were doing, looked at leaders from other companies to see what they were doing, and you know, and just kind of made it my own.
And that's awesome. Why you're going to be a diamond.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, how are you liking your bonus? Have you got your bonus yet?
Yes. Yes. I got the $1,000 bonus, and then I got the senior gold bonus. So I was pretty excited. It came just.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Nice.
Yeah, it came just. This was my biggest Plexus paycheck ever.
Me too. I just posted about it. I'm like, it's like crazy. Actually, it's awesome. I think that's a lot of people this month because Plexus blessed us so much.
It's kind of funny. Yesterday, my sister sent us to this display home to look at these cabinets because we're thinking about redoing our basement. And I asked the lady, I said, how much does this house cost? And she says, it's $950,000. I was like, oh my God. I was like, what would the mortgage payment be on that? And I figured it out, and I told my husband, I was like, my Plexus paycheck would have paid the mortgage on that house.
Wow.
You know, crazy.
Yeah.
That is so crazy. It on something else.
Right.
It's a great time for the bonuses too, right in the middle of Christmas. So we get to spend all the extra money.
Right.
And a lot of people from my team earn those bonuses too, and it made me so happy and proud. You know, that's one of the best parts of this business is just getting so excited for other people and helping other people succeed.
So true.
That's one of the great, I agree with you completely on that. One of the great things is like anybody can absolutely do this. Like whether they have any sort of network marketing background or not, like we have everything out there to make us successful and to do it and stuff like that. Because I know I've shared that before. I mean, that's how I was. I didn't even know network marketing was a thing. Like that's how behind I was when I started it.
Oh, me too. I didn't even know what it meant. I really didn't.
And what's so amazing about Plexus is you're not asking your friends to buy another purse with their name on it. You know, you're not asking them to buy something to melt in their burner. You know, you're asking them to purchase something that's going to make themselves better. You know, a consumable product that they're going to need every month.
Right.
Yep. Investing in their health.
Mm-hmm.
Do you convert a lot of your customers to your ambassadors? And if so, how do you go about doing that?
Like I said earlier, I'll follow up with them and say, hey, I'm just checking back to see how you're loving the products. And if they're saying, oh my God, I love it so much, I'll say, well, your auto ship is going to run in 6 days. Would you like to continue purchasing as a customer, or would you like to upgrade to a wholesale account. And some people do.
Whenever they, like, after they sign up, do you have them, so are they, like, signing up just for the product, or do you share any about, like, sorry, I'm all tongue-tied here, share about the business with them too and kind of the perks that they get as becoming an ambassador?
I'll ask them, are you interested in making some extra money, or are you just wanting to get the discount? After I sign them up, I'll ask them.
Right.
And then, some say, I'm not ready yet, or I'm busy, or let's talk about this again later.
I know you have a team you've got a lot of rank advancements to silver lately, and you guys added a lot of people last month, so you guys are doing something right.
Yeah, we did. We added 50 people, and I think we had 6 rank advancements. Crazy.
Wow.
That's so awesome. I love it.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I guess I'll ask my question now, my last one. If you had any tips for all of the silver ambassadors that want to try to get to gold, what would it be? And also from gold to senior gold. But I guess we'll start from silver to gold. What would your tips be for that?
I was silver for 11 months. I went silver my first month I joined, and then I hung out at silver for 11 months, and it was really difficult for me because I compared myself to people, and I'm like, oh my God, Lori Cooper went diamond in 19 months or something, 17 months, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? But you can't compare yourself to others, but you just can't. And it's one of the biggest jumps from from silver to gold. So what you got to do is you just got to start off strong. You got to think of it like an airplane. You got to go really, really, really fast in the beginning so you can take off. And then once you get up in the air, then you can cruise. Because if you're just going a slow, steady pace, you're never going to get off into the air. So you just got to go really fast at first.
Start sharing it and telling everybody.
Yeah, everybody, and you gotta the people you sign up, you gotta get them to silver as soon as possible too.
Yes.
I know whenever I first signed up, I could not, I literally could not keep my mouth shut. I had to tell everybody. I was just watching all those videos. I was blown away by what this crazy pink drink was doing for people. I'm like, you got to do it. You got to take it. It's not an option. So, and I do think that helped me because we got my momentum strong and got everybody else excited too.
Yeah. You got to start off strong.
Right. What do you think was the biggest, do you have any tips from going, because I know they say that the hardest jump is to get to gold. What do you think, what are some tips to get to gold, to senior gold? Because I know that's like the next best thing.
That was another year.
But that's okay, really.
Yeah. Honestly, it was just momentum. We were all so excited for each other. We were all adding people, and we got those people off to a great start. We have some people that just joined last month that have some amazing PV already. They started their groups and were posting every day. So you just have to get people off to a good start.
I love that you said that because I think that's really important. Helping people, just believing in people from the very beginning, letting them know that this is something that is reachable, doable, and that they can do it. So.
And connecting with people. I mean, if they're my level 3 or 4 or 5, I send them a message when they sign up and give them my phone number and tell them to call me if they want to, if they ever need anything. Because that's what I love about my upline. I can call Kira anytime. I'll call Michelle. I'll call your mom. I'll call Sarah, and they'll answer anytime I need anything. If I'm feeling down, I call my upline. If I'm feeling up, I call my downline.
Hey, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That's the most fun part about this is all of the relationships and friendships that you make, though. Like all these new people that you would not even know if it wasn't for Plexus, and it brings you together.
And that's one of the things that I did when I first signed up was I found out who my upline was, and I introduced myself to them, and then I went to as many events as I could. In other companies, I learned that those who show up promote up. So I mean, what was it? A couple weeks after I signed up, I went to that meeting in St. Louis, and I found you. I was like, Kara, I'm Lisa.
Yeah. And I was so excited. I remember calling Michelle, and I was like, oh, you are so glad that you have her on your team. She is going to be amazing. And you have been. You've been amazing in the business, and you've just been such an amazing person. And I know that I personally have learned so much from you. I'm constantly asking you questions, and how do you do this? How do you say this? Like, what are you doing? And you're always just as happy and willing to share with me as you would be somebody in your downline. So I love that about you. And I love everything that you've just kind of brought to our team. So
I remember I was like, Kara, I'm thinking about going to convention. You're like, you have to go. I don't know anybody. So, I bought a plane ticket, and I just put it out there on our group chats. I was like, I need 3 roommates. So, I slept in a bed with a woman I never met. It was, we had so much fun. We're still all good friends, and I'm so glad I went.
Convention changed a lot.
It does.
Yeah, I can't wait for this convention. I feel like convention for the girls that went with me last year, it's like it just got them started off on, it's like after convention, it's like they didn't turn back. It's such a game changer, it really is.
It was. I really think Super Saturday was when my business turned around.
Yes.
So whatever you do, make sure you go to Super Saturday. If you got to drive 3 hours and stay in a hotel, it is worth it.
Yes.
It's worth it. I will be driving a couple hours, but I will be there. So you don't miss events with Plexus. Exactly what she just said. People that show up promote up, and Plexus has these events to help us. And Super Saturday, they've tried to get it all across America so we can all be somewhere close and not have to travel really long ways. But they're going to share a lot of great information that is not only going to inspire you, but give you some tools to really help build your team. So,
yes. Same with convention, too. I have some girls who can't go to convention, so I'm like, okay, next best thing, you have to go to Super Saturday. I'm excited. I've never been to a Super Saturday, so I didn't go last year, and yeah, I know, crazy, right? So I'm really excited for this, and we have a lot of people going, so I'm super, super excited. Actually, Super Saturday in Columbus actually booked up so much that they had to cancel the location and make a new location because so many people are signing up to go. So I'm really excited.
I'll have some girls there from my team.
Really?
Yes.
Yay! You'll have to come tell them to meet me. That's awesome.
I will.
That's so fun.
But even if you think, oh my gosh, I just signed up, I can't go to convention in Las Vegas, put it on your calendar. Set it as a goal. When you write down your goals, that things happen. It's crazy. Don't ever tell yourself no.
Right.
That I signed up in April 24th, and convention was at the end of May the next month, and I made it to my first convention. So it was worth it. That's whenever I knew.
Didn't you bring your kitties with you too?
I did. They've been Plexus kids, both of them. They've been to so many events.
It just shows you nobody has an excuse. You can get there. You can go. Kara brought her babies.
Yeah. They've been to Leaders Retreat, conventions. They're everywhere with me. But
that's one of the things I love so much about Plexus. When I was at convention, it was one of the biggest things I had been to yet last year, and it was just so crazy seeing all of the moms there with their babies. There was even some moms in the back standing up with their babies, and I just love that about Plexus because we're just so family oriented, and I love it.
There were some on stage that even had them collecting their checks or ranking whatever they're up there for, and that is really cool because they encourage and they promote.
I love it.
But I know We personally, like, we share our experience with you and how amazing Plexus is and what it does for you and what it can do for your situation, whatever it may be. But whenever you get to these events, whether it be Super Saturday or convention or anything like that, it's just such a big group of people that you really start to grasp and understand what this really is. And it's not just a couple people, you know, just kind of saying it, but you just really start to understand it and believe it and feel unstoppable afterwards. And I think that that's huge for your business.
Oh, yes.
So.
Yes, it's huge. So
it is. When
January
you're
9th.
stuck or anything like that, just find a meeting or something in your area. It's going to build your belief in the company and build your belief in yourself too.
Yes.
Yes. If you don't have any information, if anyone needs any information on Super Saturday to find the closest one near you, send one of us a message and we'll help you make sure you get there because it's so important.
Yeah. Well, do you have any other questions, Nikki?
Nope.
Anything else you want to share, Lisa?
Goal setting. Don't forget to set your goals every month.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know, get 3 new preferred customers and sign up 3 ambassadors. That's a good goal to set every month. You know, or have 500 PV. It's very achievable. And just do the next right thing. You know, work your business with honesty and integrity, and things will happen.
Yes.
That's great advice. Really.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Love it.
Well, thank you so much for spending your evening with us and being on our call and sharing all that great information. I hope people had a notepad because you have a lot of great tips. So.
Right. I didn't have a notepad, but I have this link, so I'm going to be rewatching it. And yeah, you had a lot of good tips. I think I learned a lot just myself as well, so I know everybody else will too. So thank you so much. We're so excited to have you on the call.
Yes.
Well, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
Thanks, ladies.
You're welcome. Thank you. Night, ladies.
Night.